Are you on live?
Yeah. Oh.
Morning. Hey, do not get on my map. Yeah.
Oh. Yes, it is. Hey, good morning. Tony.
Hi, Aaron. Tony, I like the picture.
Hi, Dorothy.
Hey.
Hey, yeah. Hey, good morning. All right.
Floors look good, June.
The show must go on. Indeed. All right. So everyone's doing all right this morning. Give me just another minute to see if anybody else is going to show up here. And we start the construction next door. Oh my gosh. Let's have a bunch of noise today. Because that's oh, there it is. Okay, let's do it, team. Again, if you need to get my attention, unmute yourself and yell at me, so I'll know to stop and come up with an option for you. I think we'll be all right today. I'm just looking and seeing. Some of these you're gonna have to go light on, some of them you're gonna have to go heavy. This is pretty much how I do my program, but we're gonna have plenty of time to kind of transition for you to set your weights down and be able to pick them back up. So let's get started with the warm-up. Samson lunge to start. That's the forward lunge with the arm sweep overhead. So get going. Oh, I only did 8. That's 10. That's better. Okay. All right, team. Again, do your best to try and let that back knee come all the way down as you ride the elevator straight down. Alternate your forward lunge with the arm sweep, and we're working here, team. Yep. That's our halfway mark. Yeah. Your frog squats are next, so take your feet out about hip width apart. Hinge in the hips, grab hold of the toes. And we're just gonna bend the knees without letting go of the toes. If you can, yeah, if possible, if you can, try and drive your elbows to the inside of the knees here. All right. Straight up inchworms are next, so you're just gonna walk your hands away from your feet. If you want to do the back bend, the cobra, go for it. All the way out and down, and up and back. Again, if you want to knock out that cobra, go for it. Down dog. It's not part of the warm up. Only if you want to. Halfway. Nice. So we're going to alternate your lateral lunge. 1, pause, 2, match feet. So we go lateral lunge, pause, again, match your feet. Other side. So think about doing 2 lunges per side. Pause, and again, it's halfway. Keep that chest up. All right, these are gonna be a little challenging here, team. So we're gonna do that single leg hip hinge, alternate, drive the right knee up, airplane your arms out, screw that big toe into the floor, and then reset. Drive the left knee. Really gotta engage the core here, team. We're just trying to find that balance on that one leg halfway. Nice. This is going to take us right into your hip hinge, I, Y, and T's. Here we go. Again, making sure you're tilting that chest towards the floor as we drive those hips back. You'll feel holding that tension in your quadriceps and your hamstrings here. Okay. Take those feet out about, well, I would say 2 hip width apart, dropping into the squat, the alternating leg lift. And we want to try and not lean over to that opposite side from which we're kicking. Halfway. This is going to be a reverse lunge to the kick, just the left side. Reverse lunge, left leg goes back and kick. Ideally, across the body. Slow and controlled as you match feet back to center. So you're not dropping right back into that reverse lunge. Make sure you put your feet together. And then the next right side. Good. Right lunge, and kick. Again, be sure to match your feet at the center before dropping back down into that reverse lunge. We can kick across the body halfway. Nice. So we're just going to alternate our reach here. So make sure you're pivoting on the ball of that back foot opposite from the way your rotation. You want to drive those fingertips straight up towards the ceiling here. Halfway. You're following those fingertips with your eyes. Full rotation here, that trunk in the spine. Nice. Okay, that's it. All right. 2 separate circuits. First one is with the dumbbells. We're gonna be working 40 seconds, resting for 10. There's 10 movements, so that gives us a total of 10 minutes. After that, we're gonna switch over to the body weight circuit. That's gonna be around 8 minutes, and then we're gonna come back to the dumbbell circuit and repeat that one. All right, so just trying to think of the time frame here. I gotta increase the rest. to give me time. I'm just gonna make it 10 seconds longer is all. Okay. So the first movement, front rack, so palms are facing. Alternate your forward lunge. You're driving off of that forward foot, team. Big, powerful movement as you match those feet. And you're driving straight back, okay? That's gonna be the first move. And then the second move, we're gonna hold that same position with the dumbbells in that front rack position. Feet are spread to the edge of the mat, so shoulder width apart. And we're gonna pulse from the bottom range of the squat. So never coming through full hip extension. Hit the bottom of the squat, finish at about quarter squat, maybe halfway, all right? So front rack position, alternate your forward lunge. 40-30, yep. All right. Workout is about to begin. Take it at your own pace, find the range of motion that works for you. And we work front rack position here. And we're driving off of that, the toes of that front foot, the ball. Focus on the leg drive, team. Big, powerful movement. Halfway. All right, now we break here. So again, back in the front rack position. We're gonna hit the bottom range of motion of this front squat and pulse. Make sure you take your time here, because we're gonna fry those quads, all right? Let's get in position, we're going in 5. Make sure your feet are at least hip width apart. Shoulder width is better, toes point out. Find the bottom range, and we're pulsing. So never coming through full hip extension here. Halfway, again, we find the bottom of the squat. And then we pulse to about quarter way up, halfway. No more than that, though. And breathe. 2, 1. We're gonna be on the hands and knees. Dumbbells are down. This is just giving us a little bit more of a deficit, team. So we're gonna drive our hips back. Hinge forward, hands are, or the shoulders are underneath the dumbbells, and we push up. So from the side, stack the shoulders, drive the hips back, shoulders over those arms, and we push up. Here we go. Halfway. Two, 1. Nice. All right. Glute bridge, overhead tricep extension. 2 dumbbells, right? Bridge the hips. Here. And then we want to drive the top of the bell here, right to the outside of the temple. If you're going to come behind the head and let those bells touch, just be mindful of your shoulders. So bridge the hips, here we go. Feet are at the edge of the mat. Again, you're looking to get the tops of those dumbbell heads in line with your temples. Halfway. Three, 2, and 1. Rest. All right. Alternate your lateral lunge team, so we can go heavier here, but there's no overhead press, so keep it simple. All right, so we're just going dumbbell sandwich the leg, match feet, and we're dropping that chest towards the top of the thigh. Yeah. So we're not doing anything fancy. The overhead stuff is coming. Here we go. Again, you're driving off of the outside. You're driving off of the outside here of that bent knee. Keep that chest up. I know you're tilting it down towards the top of your thigh, and that's okay. But chin is up here. Two, 1. Nice. We're going to hinge in the hips for the deadlift. Pause at the bottom. High row. Finish the deadlift. Hinge in the hips. Back is nice and flat. Palms faces with that overhand grip. That's the high row. If it's easier, you can rotate in the low row, but then reset back to that overhand grip before you finish out the deadlift. All right. And we work. Deadlift, high row, finish the deadlift. And this is one that we could go heavier here, team. If you can. Just based on the muscle groups that we're using. Feel that stretch. Halfway in the hamstrings, in the glutes. Making sure we're not rounding that back. Two, and rest. All right. Normally your scaption, I have to go with a neutral grip so the palms face. So it would look like this. This time to work that shoulder, get a little bit more out of our lighter weights. Stick with the overhand grip and alternate your scaption without rocking in the hips. And again, this comes out at a 45-degree angle, team, and we're working. Dumbbells to the top of the shoulder. Please don't go any higher than that. It will cause an impingement or may cause an impingement in the shoulders. We're tight in the core to protect low back. Halfway. Two, and 1. Curl to rotational press. So I'm standing facing you as I pivot to the side here and press. Let's come back to that one, team. Hold tight. This one's going to be longer than I need more time, so I'm going to take it to the end. Alternate your reverse lunge to shoulder press. So we're going to go backwards. And as we come out, that's when we press. Opposite leg, and then as we drive forward, that's when we're going to press, okay? Go ahead and get set up. We're going to go in 5. Dumbbells to the top of the shoulder. Left leg goes back. Power up through the ball of the foot. Again, we're looking to have those dumbbells, the shoulders cover up the ears. Halfway. Remember, reset those dumbbells before you go back into that reverse lunge to the top of the shoulders. And press. Nice. I got a goblet, excuse me, goblet hold, single dumbbell, squat, alternate that leg lift. Then again, team Moana, I don't want to be doing this, leaning over to that side, so do your best to keep your shoulders as square to the floor as possible. 3, 2, 1, and we work. Again, find that range of motion that works for you. Doesn't need to be a very high kick. Halfway. Okay. Give me an extended break here, team, for just a second. All right. So, and press. All right. So with the dumbbells, face, if I'm facing you, I'm going to turn to the right. All right. And then as I come back to you, it's going to be a curl and a press. And then we can go all the way behind me, curl and press. So curl with the hammer, press, look how I'm facing you, and now you're going to see my back as I rotate 180 degrees. And we curl. All right, and so you can speed that up to get more of a tempo. So play around with your weight selection here, team, because it's a curl as well as a press. So we're working those bigger muscles. So again, I'm not facing you. Turn to the side. And we work. We pivot. The dumbbell is on that shoulder where the leg is back, and press. So again, we're looking for that full 180-degree rotation. Halfway. All right. That's number one. We're going to come back to that again with less time to recover. So just be mindful. I'm going to take that down right now. Okay. Let's get into the second one. This is all body weight. We're going to work for a minute. We're going to work for 1 minute, and then we're going to rest for 30. But here's the kicker. At the 30-second mark, I'm going to have you guys switch legs. Sometimes I'm going to have you switch an exercise, all right? We've got 6 total here, so we're working 6 total minutes. That first one is a hip hinge, right? So I want to hinge in the hips, but I also want to split my stance here. And as I hinge in the hips, slight bend in both knees, shoulders are stacked here, hands are on top of the shoulders, and we're going to press out at this angle. I tried this using weights. Please don't do it. It's going to wreck your shoulders, okay? If you focus on that good form here, you're really going to feel that in terms of getting into the upper back, all right? So 30 seconds with the left foot forward, and then 30 seconds with the right foot forward. We're going in 10. So left foot forward, split stance, hinge in the hips, hands are on top of the shoulders. And we press out and drive those elbows back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back. And we're engaging the core. Make sure that belly button is sucked into the spine. And you're holding this isolated split squat. Tilting that chest down towards the top of the thigh. Halfway, so switch it up. Right foot forward, left foot goes back. Drive your hips back. And try and press the palms. Not so much leading with the fingertips. If you press those palms out, you're going to be holding a little bit more tension in those shoulders. Nice. All right. This one is different, team. So we're getting back into that hip hinge position with the left foot forward. Okay. And from here, notice how close my chest is to the top of my thigh. I'm going to drop right into that split squat, Samson lunge. Back into the hip hinge. Look how close my chest is to the top of my thigh. Boom. Down and up. Okay. Left foot forward. Here we go. And now you're going to feel that tension right on the top of that left quadricep. Remember, we want to come back to that hip hinge position. Chest tilted towards the top of the thigh. Notice on my reset, team, I'm pointing my fingertips straight down. Switch it up, right foot forward, hinge in the hips. And then we drive those hips straight back. We ride that elevator back down. And we finish up nice and tall. Neutral spine, so the next in line of spine here. Two, and one. All right, we're gonna be down on the ground. We're gonna go elbow crunch. So this is gonna be a very slight movement, team. Okay, so the elbows are locked in close to my rib cage. And all I'm gonna do is press up the floor and use my elbows. And then here, look like so the elbows are underneath the shoulders, and you're driving same knee to the same elbow, same knee. So we're on the elbows here. And once we're working, and just drive up off of the elbows. Arms should be at about a 90-degree bend here. All right, turn it over, low plank, elbows underneath the shoulders, same knee to the outside of the same elbow. Again, we're looking to maintain that straight line, head through heels. Not for a fast tempo, team. 2, 1. Rest. We're going to get set up in a static lateral lunge position. I'm going to lunge towards my left, all right? So my feet are super wide. And I'm here. Look at my left elbow driving into the inside of that left knee. And we're going to pulse. That right leg is always staying straight. Never coming back through full hip extension. Holding the tension. Here we go. Go to the left. Look at my chest. You should be able to see my chest. My chin is up. And you're going to feel that burn on the inside of this left quad here, or thigh. we'll switch. So I'm keeping that distance between my legs, space, over towards the right. Again, I'm keeping that left leg straight. And I'm driving off of the outside of that right foot. High plank to bear plank, low plank to bear plank. So high plank, bring the knees in underneath the hips, and out you go. Down to the elbows, bring the knees in underneath the hips, out you go, up, bring both knees in, right? So we're gonna start in the high plank position. Both feet come in, knees are underneath the hips. Walk those feet out, drop into the elbows. Both knees in and out. Back to the high. Halfway. Remember, we finish in the bear plank where the knees are underneath the hips, and then you just simply walk your feet back into that high plank position. All right, reverse lunge to kicks. We did it in one, which is why I had us doing it. We're just the left side, just the left side. So from here, team, once I go for that kick, I don't have to set this left foot down. I can go right back into that reverse lunge because we're staying the same leg. So we can work that instability, that imbalance on that right leg. Here we go. Left leg back, and we kick. And again, if you can, try not to match your feet. Go right back into that reverse lunge. I'm driving off of the ball of that right foot. Halfway, we go to the right leg. Two, one. Okay, nice work. We're gonna come back to that one, grab a drink, and we got our 40 on, 20 off times your 10. So we'll need the dumbbells for the next circuit, okay? We're just gonna repeat what we did very beginning. Okay. Before I start the second one, so again, this curl to rotational press. As I curl and press here, rotation. Hold on, let me figure this out. All right, so the back leg, that's the one that's gonna press. That's the pattern I was trying to find right there. Facing you, back, and that's the pattern. All right, this time, front rack, alternating forward lunge, and then that goes into those pulsing half squats. So be mindful of your legs here, team. We're gonna get them, all right? Number two, 40-20, okay? front rack. We alternate that forward lunge, forward lunge. Here we go. And we're driving off the ball of that forward foot. Really focus on pushing back that power movement. You match feet. Chest stays tall and proud. It's halfway. Three, two, one. Again, be mindful of your weight selection here, team. We're gonna stick the bottom range of that front squat and pulse, okay? Let's go ahead and get set up. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Find the bottom range, stick it, and then we're just coming up that slight bend in the knees here. Slight extension, rather. Take your time here, team. This isn't a fast tempo, it's a slow tempo. That's halfway. Remember to drive those knees out. 3, 2, 1. All right. Your hip hinge push-ups are next, team. If you don't want to drop to the knees this time, that's fine. It's going to reduce your range of motion on that hip hinge, though. So again, if you want to stay here, otherwise from the knees, here we go. Push up, drive your hips back, finish with the shoulders stacked on top of your dumbbells. Halfway. 3, 2, and 1. Your hip hinge with that overhead tricep extension. So again, team, the top of the bell coming in line with the temple, right? So we're here. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. So notice that we're working the triceps, we're working the core. Drive those hips up. You're looking to have that straight line from your shoulders through your knees, halfway. Again, we're hinging in the elbows only. Shoulders stay quiet. This is how we make that lightweight go a long way, team. And rest, rest, rest. This is your alternating lateral lunge. Again, no overhead press. Just let those dumbbells sandwich the leg here. Match those feet with the dumbbells to the outside of the hips, and then just do the other side. Chest up. Pause at the bottom too if you want to feel that stretch on the inside of that quad. Those hip abductors, halfway. Again, keep your chin up. Keep your neck in line with the spine. Two, one. That's the rest. You got your deadlift to the high row, and then full hip extension. So we pause in the middle of the deadlift, all right, at the bottom. Keep the dumbbells close to the body. 2, 1, hinge in the hips, row to the sternum, full hip extension. Hinge in the hips, row to the sternum or that breastbone. Halfway. Again, we're focusing on the tempo here, team. Not fast, slow. Nice. All right. Lighter weights, smaller muscle group. That pronated scaption. And we alternate. So feet are hip width apart. Again, we don't want to rock in the hips. So get your core, suck that belly button into your spine, squeeze your glutes nice and tight. Here we go. Okay. Alternate. Dumbbell to the top of the shoulder. And we're coming out at that 45-degree angle, team. So it's not a front raise, and it's not a lateral, it's right in the middle. Halfway. Nice. Alternate your reverse lunge, and then we press as we drive up. And press. Reset. Alternate that reverse lunge leg, and press. Let's get set up. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, work. Drive and press. Remember, we're driving that crown of our head straight to the ceiling, so don't lead with the chest. Halfway. Remember, the biceps cover up the ears. 2, 1, rest. That's your goblet squat to your alternating leg lift here. Again, we want to engage those obliques here on the side abdominals. We're not leaning over side to side, so stay tight all through the trunk. All right. You want to keep your feet a little bit narrower than shoulder width on this one. Dry those knees out. Halfway. Three, 2, 1. Last one. Curl to that rotational press. So again, I'm going to curl. I'm rotating to the right. The left foot is back. That's the dumbbell that presses. And we work. Hammer curl, press, reset, pivot. Hammer curl, press, reset to the outside of the hips. It's halfway. And hammer curl, neutral grip, so palm faces us. 3, 2, 1, nice. All right, that's it for being loaded, all right? And then we finish with our body weight circuit. Again, team, the primary focus here is good form and good technique to really feel the strength components of these, right? So we're not using any weight. All right, we go 30-30. We're working for that full minute. Remember, halfway through some of these, we're gonna switch. All right, we get set up. It's that hip hinge. You know, we want the left foot forward here. Drive that chest towards the top of the thigh and press those palms out. Really feel that back shoulder here in traction, and then we drive those elbows back, okay? Left foot forward, hinge in the hips, still keeping that straight line. Head through the tailbone. Press those palms out. You drive those elbows back along the rib cage. Keep those elbows nice and tight. And you're holding that tension. You're probably gonna start feeling this in that left calf muscle. As we retract those shoulders, right? Really drive those elbows back and switch. Right foot forward, left foot goes back. Now we're pressing out at an angle, right? So it's not just straight forward. We're looking for that upward trajectory. Press. Exhale as you press. Inhale as you drive those elbows back along the rib cage. Rest. So still continue with that hip hinge pattern, team. Left foot is forward. And then I'm going to drive my hips back and sweep my arms overhead. And again, now I'm pointing them straight down towards the floor, up towards the ceiling. Hold tight, we're not there yet. 3, 2, 1, and work. It's kind of like a warrior, but really focused on driving that chest towards the top of that front thigh. Really working on that instability, team. So again, that's core engagement. Keep us from leaning over to one side. Ah, these are terrible. Halfway, switch it up. Right foot forward. Tilt the chest, hinge in the hips. Drop that left knee. Three, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, again, elbow crunch, and then the low plank spidey. So as we get set up, those arms are 90-degree bent here, team. Start with your head, neck, shoulders on the floor. Heels are bent, drive your heels close to your butt. And push up from the elbows. It's greatly going to reduce your range of motion. But again, we're looking for the crunch, not the sit-up, okay? Let's get in position. And work. Again, try and drive your heels close to your butt. Halfway, so turn it over. Low plank, elbows underneath the shoulder. Same knee, outside of same elbow. Three, 2, and 1. All right. Reverse lunge to kick again. Stay the same leg. And if you can, treat it like the Frankenstein. So kick across, opposite leg to the opposite hand. So from that reverse lunge position, left knee comes all the way down. Boom, reaching across, kicking across the body. 30 seconds left, 30 seconds right. Here we go. Left knee goes down, kick across. Square your shoulders back up towards your screen here. Okay, halfway, right foot, going right into it. And if we can, kick across. And again, I'm going right from that Frankenstein kick into the reverse lunge. So never letting that right foot touch. Help work on that balance, coordination. Three, two, one, rest. All right, these are the killers here. So your static pulsing lateral lunge. Feet are wide. I'm gonna start to the left, driving that left elbow to the inside. Hold tight. Make sure your toes are pointed forward, team, and both soles are flat on the floor. And we work. Should feel this on the outside of the left hip flexor. Again, chest up. That's halfway. Just go ahead and shift your body weight over towards the right. Again, focus on driving off of that outside of that right foot as you shift your body weight slightly to the left. Three, two, one. All right. The final minute is the high plank to the bear plank, down to your low plank, bear plank. Just be mindful, team, that when you get into that bear plank position, from here, finish with the knees underneath the hips. Walk it back, drop it down to the elbows, okay? This is the final minute. We're gonna start in the high plank position. So get your palms underneath your shoulders. Lift, both feet in, both feet out, down to the elbows. Both knees in, both knees out, up to the palms. Halfway, team. Three, two, one. That's it. That's it. All right, nice job. Okay. We got a little bit of stretching to finish this up. We'll have us out of here 8:30 at the latest. We're gonna start standing. Not just yet, but I'm telling you this because you might want to grab hold of something if you need it. We're gonna go with that standing quad stretch. Hold tight. All right, we'll start with the left leg first. Just remember, keep your knees close together here. 3, 2, and 1. And we're just holding the left, just the left. Stay to left. 2, 1. Shake it out. Interlock your fingers real quick. Just press those palms straight up. Go with the right leg next. Shake it out. And hold again. Keep your knees close together here, team. Grabbing onto something for support if you need it. It's all good. Yep. It's all good. I'm going to stretch out the hamstrings. So the left heel is forward. And I want you to cock your left toes in. Drive your hips back. So tilt that left foot just slightly in. You can reach towards the toes here if you want. Yep. So reset. Right heel forward, flex the toes back towards the shin, and then angle your toes inward just a little bit. Drive your hips back. The reason I'm having you do that, team, you should feel that stretch more on the inside of that right side. Nice. All right, we're down to the mat. Bring that left foot behind us. Reach across the body. So that left arm towards the right toe. Just big deep breaths here, team. Yep. We'll switch it up. So extend the left leg. Right heel comes behind us. Hold tight. Yep. Yeah. Pigeon. Pigeon is next. So we'll be on the floor. Just cross that left ankle, top of that right knee. And again, you can pull on the back of that right thigh, lifting head, neck, and shoulders. Or not. Yep. And I'll switch it up. So right ankle on top of that right knee, or left knee, excuse me. Cool. Child's pose to whatever you care to do. You want to hang out in child's pose. I'm just going to walk my hands to the left and to the right from here. It's halfway. Come over towards the right if you want to, or just hang out where you're at. It's all good. It's all good, man. That's it, team. It's 9:30. Nice work. Appreciate you coming out. Look for the more cardio on the Friday. I'm going to try and stay in that habit where strength on the Mondays and then a little bit more cardio, maybe some plyometric kind of stuff, but definitely looking to elevate the heart rate on the Fridays. If you've got ideas, Let me know if you've got a certain kind of format, like a timing format that you are particularly fond of. Let me know. Exercises, let me know. Post it on the Facebook page, and I'm gonna keep these going for as long as I can. So as long as you guys are good, as long as you're showing up, I'm gonna keep doing them. So appreciate y'all coming out. Links are on the Facebook.
Aaron.
You're welcome. Again, links are on the Facebook page on both the Old Town Athletic Club members, the Athletic Conditioning group page. Spread the news, share it with your friends. This is all free. So if you know somebody that could benefit from this, boom, tell them to join the Zoom. All you got to do is forward those links to them as soon as you open them up on that Facebook page. So let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing you guys on Friday. Take care.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yep.
Thanks, Aaron.
Oh, you're welcome. See you, Tim.